Chapter 1, the last part of the lesson of logarithms, talking about examples. We will explain 7, 8, 9, 10, and 13. Now our explanation is going to be adopted on the properties of logarithms. As you see in example 7, we have calculate logarithm 2 base 4 plus logarithm 8 base 4. So the bases are like. We want to add these two values. Of course, when he say calculate means reach the final answer. So those are the values that are given. Now, logarithm plus logarithm for the same base, we can multiply the arguments together. This is 2 times 8, which is 16, which is written as 4 power 2. And now the argument and the base are equal. So just put 2 beside the logarithm, and then the value is going to be 1. And then 2 times 1 is 2. Or we can just rewrite 2 times 8 as 4 times 4. In this case, we can separate them again to logarithm 4 plus logarithm 4. And then the argument and the base are equal. This is 1. And the argument and the base are equal. This is also 1. And then the sum is 2. In example 8, we want to calculate 3 terms, 3 logarithms. All of them are to base 2. And now again, because they are all added, so we can multiply the arguments. This is the question that is given. And now logarithm base 2 for 3 times 5 times 15. We know that 3 times 5 is 15. Divide by 15. Then it's going to be logarithm 1, which equals 0. Example 9. We have write each sum as a single logarithm. We want to reach one logarithm in the solution, one term in the solution. So we have this logarithm and this one and this one. All of them are to base 3. This is multiplied by 2. This is multiplied by 3. So the 2 is going to be written as an exponent for the argument A. And the 3 is going to be written as exponent for argument B. But C doesn't have any exponent because it's not multiplied by a number. And then, because they are added, so they are going to be multiplied. A square, B cubic. And since we have minus logarithm C to base 3, we will put it in the denominator to be divided on. Also here, 3 terms. 2 are added and third one is subtracted. So A is going to be power 1 over 2. Here it is. And B is going to be power 3. And C is going to be power 3 over 2. Those are multiplied. A power 1 over 2 is the square root. And B cubic over C power 3 over 2, which is C cubic under the square root. So now they are written as a single logarithm. Now in example 10, also calculate. Now we have just one logarithm. But inside the logarithm, there is a formula that you feel that it is a little complicated. And the truth, we can solve it easily by starting from the inner value. Just we have cubic root of 16. This is the 16. We will write it as 16 power 1 over 3. So the first root has been removed now. Also, this 16 is 2 multiplied by itself 4 times. So I wrote it as 2 power 4. This is 2 power 4 power 1 over 3. We have under this root 8 times this 16. So the 8 also will be written as 2 power 3. And the 16 is 2 power 4 power 1 over 3. Now this value all will be under the power 1 over 2. So now 2 power 3 times 2 power 4 over 3, which comes from multiplying 4 by 1 over 3. This value all will be under the power 1 over 2. Then the greatest root is 2 power 4 has just 2. So the 2 will be multiplied by all previous values raised to power 1 over 4. Now, starting from the inner values, this 1 over 2, when multiplied by 4 over 3, we will simplify them, it is 2 over 3. And when multiplied by 3, it is 3 over 2. Now we have 2 power 2 over 3 times 2 power 3 over 2 times 2, which means 2 power 1. When we multiply them, we will add the powers. So the powers will be added with a new denominator 6. And then this is going to be 6 over 6 and 9 over 6 and 4 over 6. And here are they. So when you add them, they are 19 over 6. This value is going to be multiplied by the outer power 1 over 4. And it's going to be 19 over 24. What happens now is that we get the value equal for the argument and the base. They are now equal. So then all this one equals 1 as a properties of logarithms, and the final answer is 19 over 24. Now on example 13, write each logarithm as a sum or difference of logarithms to base A. So I have just one logarithm. I will make it sum or difference. Of course, we have 2 multiplied and then divided. So it's going to be logarithm base A to B cubic plus base A to C cubic minus base A to D power 4 minus logarithm base A to E power 5. Now, these powers, I can put them beside the logarithm. So this is going to be multiplied by 3. And here also multiplied by 3. And 4 multiplied by this logarithm. And 5 multiplied by this logarithm. Also, logarithm base A for this fraction. The top is going to be here, minus the bottom here. And now, this value B plus C is going to be raised to 2 over 5. And this value is raised to 3. Now, put 2 over 5 beside the logarithm and put this 3 beside the logarithm. Notice that when the arguments are added, you cannot separate them. When the arguments are subtracted, you cannot separate them. We can separate when we have multiplied or divided arguments only.